Judging by the amount, my guess is it's from a nosebleed. Nosebleed, Maybe in his wrath, Mr. Edgeworth slapped someone for their incompetence? Why does Detective Gumshoe's face come to mind? Yeah, but why would that be there, though? Nope, that didn't make a difference. Oh my god. What do you want from me, game? Maybe we can now, yes. Maybe there'll be a new talk option. Nope, there isn't. Oh dear. Just trying to think if there's anywhere else we haven't been sufficiently. Completely combed the parking garage. Nothing to do with Edgeworth's thing, even though we found that little speck of blood on his floor. We need to be able to talk to him about this entry log, right? We've exhausted all the conversation options with everybody. Check the guard station. You mean to sweep it for more blood? We already kind of did that. Let's be double sure. But one there. Oh. We examined everything, but not with this guy here. Just wrote me a stew with this here lasso. What? It was a bellowing moo pal moo. What? Detective Gumshoe, we presume. Cactus is prickly, must be real. Best keep your distance from Billy there. You're liable to get hurt. Billy? The cactus has a name? Billy the cactus? Billy, you're wearing your cowboy hat on your hand. Ah, my rawhide cowskin 10-gallon hat. Just picked that up, but Billy took a fancy to it. Looks like it got stuck on the spines and he just couldn't get it off. Checking out a new game? Nice. Maybe we can ask him about the security monitors. You sure have a lot of monitors in here. There's 8 cameras in the evidence room in all. 1 for each section. Which monitor shows the section where the crime took place? Why do kettles sit before the rains come? It's not for a man to know. Unless you're the security guard responsible. Look at this swing door, just like a Wild West saloon. Ah, sorry partner, but we're closed for the day. Huh? Y'all get along home now. I think think Officer Marshall really wanted to be a Wild West bartender. I always wanted to say that. Mm-hmm. A leather jacket, leather pants, and leather. Those aren't pants, those are chaps. That's a pawn show up there. Aha, a pawn show! Yeah, she was struggling with that earlier. It sure looks cool, but the name on it is the name's a little silly. I mean, you know. So it's turned on the card reader. We have the ID card. We've presented everything to him and he just doesn't give a shit. Okay. Those don't look like no chaps you've ever seen. Yeah. Alright, he doesn't care about the actual fluid. I can actually examine this. Interesting. Oh, it's got a name on the bottom of the bottle. Miss Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go. Well, you never know where something might go down. So what kind of world do you think we live in? Don't answer that. Well, I think we're thoroughly stuck at this point. Very thoroughly stuck. Just can't get Edgeworth to show up. I don't know what we're supposed to do to make him show up. To the Google. Well, before I do, I just want to check one last thing. Just want to make sure that all the locker doors don't have blood on them. The only other thing I can think of. I mean, if there's blood there and there's blood over there, you'd think there would be blood somewhere in the middle, right? Like whoever it was staggering. They put their hands on here to steady themselves, right? Nope. There is more blood in here, apparently. Interesting. I'm just having a look at that walkthrough you linked me, Shy. I'm just going to make sure, just bear with me a minute, everybody. I'm just going to make sure we haven't missed one thing in anywhere. Yeah, because apparently with the spray, sometimes you have to spray a few times before things actually show up. Spoken to Gant there. Evidence room entrance again. Joe Goodman's ID card, and that's when we got in. Evidence room sector 3. Here you'll expect to find Gumshoe. Gives you the evidence floor plan. Talk to him about Boss for a Day, Edgeworth, and the safes. Evidence lockers will be added to the court record. Present Goodman's note or the switchblade knife. We've done that, and he'll talk about that. Actually, there is a conversation we haven't had with him as well. I thought we'd already presented this to him. Detective Goodman's note, that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. I've missed these. This is the thing I've missed. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Ah! So, I skipped over those thinking I'd already talked to him about them, but I hadn't. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent. So it was a murder? A serial killing. A serial killer. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And that was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and then started the rumour mill. Rumours about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife, the victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Hey pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to do? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. There we go. I'm going to go give them my report for the day. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. Man. That restaurant though, I know. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. Okay. But just to be sure, make sure we didn't miss any other handprints, although I don't think we did. Just want to see what the walkthrough tells me I need. Fragments. Pan left and start the spray with the testing fluid in the upper left locker. With a piece of cloth sticking out, there's blood. The upper right locker to the left of the crime scene, there's more blood and someone tried to wipe that off as well. And Gumshoe is shocked that it's his locker, so that one we know about. Then the floor plan is added to the floor plan spray. What looks like the crime scene. There's a lot of blood on there. Something happened here. Emma will make a mark on the floor plan. Then leave to give Edgeworth. Oh, so we do have all 3 pieces of blood then. Okay. We're fine there. Okay, well, that was arduous. Wow. Finally got it. Edgeworth. Oh my god, look who it is. Ah, guests, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. He gets the bellboy from the Gatewater Hotel across from our offices to bring him tea. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. How would you miss him? Right. Has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? apparently. A new French restaurant is opening up near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. Look at him, he looks very pensive in all this art. We've never seen these expressions on him until this case. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Alright, let's talk to him first. So, how'd the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I conceal evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of, but still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Right. So we do need to present the card list to him, but I kind of want to talk about all this evidence stuff as well. See what this does. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea, just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I will get a reaction out of him. Okay, fine. So we've got to do this first. Card reader. Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, what's this? A record of ID cards used? Edgeworth, you went to the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The Chief is never one to explain himself. Sounds like he just needed an excuse to have Edgeworth go there. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. So AI-16. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Right. Then can we talk about the other thing yet? Nope. Let's check it. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be so nice? Or, you know, if a piece of furniture starts falling apart, we could always repair it. Okay, he doesn't want to talk about these either. So we were supposed to show him that. What about showing him the floor plan? Nope. Nope. Oh, hang on, that wasn't the same. Okay. It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figure I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He was talking about his father's murder in the elevator. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Now we can talk to him. Allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the Deputy Chief of Police at the time. Deputy Chief? Would this be Gant? Yep. Damon Gant. Called it. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was the top officer and was the first time working with him. I was very nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is, why was the Deputy Chief of Police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Ema, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminal testing fluid. Well then, you might have use for this, he said with a sly smile on his face. Aluminium powder for taking fingerprints? It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... no need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Because, of course, it's, you know, completely irrelevant, right? Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Oh mein Gott. Yes. Recovers fingerprints from handprints. Back to the evidence room, back to the phone, back to everywhere. Let's get going. Do you seem to remember seeing suspicious handprints somewhere? So what have we got then? Nothing else we can talk to him about? Nope. Okay. Oh my goodness. Right, so... oh, boom, just lots of hot burning. Mix that with a bit of powdered rust and you've got thermite. Exactly, yes. Nothing we can examine on it, but... how are we supposed to use it? I guess we're not using it in here then. I was going to use it on the phone and see whose fingerprints those were, but again, I think we've already accepted that yes, that definitely was Lana Skye. She did try to use the phone. Man, everybody's cleared out of the way. Our investigation turned into a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. That one. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint, so let's choose the first finger that will leave behind the clearest print. Really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Right, I'm gonna go with the forefinger. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Getting the sparkle in our eyes. First we sprinkle the aluminium powder around. How do you do that? With enter. Ah! It looks like that did the trick. The aluminium powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. How do I do that? With E. Exciting, I know. Imagine you were blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. Yeah. Might take some getting used to, though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You hope. Just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I better give it a try. Oh, cool. We need to get a lot more on there, like really just lay it on thick. Yes. Just get all of it on. Ah, you did it. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now you mention, I guess it doesn't. This is what the brush is for. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Maybe that as well. Thick, yes. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations, but it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Oh yeah, there's like a mark there, look. Interesting. Oh, hello. Cool. Guess we need a little bit more dust over some of these not quite filled in areas. That's a clever mechanic. I gotta say, this game design is leaving an impression on me. Yay, your print's so clear it's dazzling. Yeah, all the spam clicking. Dazzling? Anyway, this print looks took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it right up anyway. Don't you think this is going to be Gumshoe's print? So we're not done yet? This is quite the process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So, whose fingerprints would be most likely to find on this evidence locker? Well, I mean, obviously Gumshoe. Oh, this is so CSI now. Look at this. Ta-da! I mean, it is his locker. Come on. Aha! These prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Was. It's here. Now, do we need to use this? Nope. This is where we got the luminal fluid reaction, right? Right! There was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this? There we go, our eyes sparkling again. Check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using a chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. But that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody handprint. Okay. me to just literally do the whole thing. I don't see anything that looks like a smudge on the door, like we got with the last one. Oh, there we go. Because of course I was always going to find that really quick. Now it wouldn't let me do dusting, like come to this, until that cursor lit up. I was trying. Aha. Got it. So who do we think this belongs to? That actually does look a little bit like Gant's fingerprint on the side. It looks like it's turned over. I'm gonna try it. No match. Okay. Well, we do know that Meekins was in here, but oh, that is a totally different looking print. It's not going to be him. Oh, J. Keyboy. Cowpoke detected. Hey, these fingerprints, they... Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? Yes, it's Officer Marshall. Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. So we think, but now he is. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminal reaction, the blood, the fingerprints are all in the same place. Oh, ooh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on the wiped bloodstain. They'd probably shoot him for that. In Texas. But why would Officer Marshall? It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Believe it, little lady. To be continued.